The Iran hostage crisis changed U.S. politics forever. The shocking moment that changed U.S. politics forever was the Iran hostage crisis. It wasn't just a diplomatic disaster, but a turning point in how America viewed its global standing. The events that unfolded gripped the nation and redefined international relations. The Iran hostage crisis began when Iranian militants stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, seizing 52 American hostages. This act of aggression came after years of mounting tensions and set the stage for a prolonged standoff that captivated the world's attention. Before the crisis, U.S. Iran relations were relatively stable but complex. The United States had long supported Iran's Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, seeing him as a bulwark against Soviet influence in the region. This support was not without controversy. The Shah's regime received substantial U.S. backing, which included military aid and economic assistance. However, his autocratic rule and modernization policies faced significant opposition within Iran. Many Iranians resented the Shah's close ties to the West and his repressive tactics. In 1979, the Iranian Revolution dramatically altered the country's political landscape. Ayatollah Khomeini emerged as the new leader, advocating for an Islamic republic. This shift marked a significant departure from the Shah's pro-Western stance, leading to increased animosity towards the United States. On November 4, 1979, Iranian militants stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, taking 52 American diplomats and citizens hostage. The audacious takeover was a direct response to the U.S. providing asylum to the deposed Shah of Iran. Held captive under dire conditions, the hostages became pawns in a geopolitical struggle. The militants demanded the Shah's return for trial and punishment. This hostage crisis marked a severe blow to U.S. diplomatic prestige and international relations. President Carter's administration launched a series of diplomatic efforts to secure the hostages' release. Economic sanctions were imposed on Iran, aiming to pressure the new regime. Despite these measures, negotiations failed to yield immediate results, prolonging the crisis. In April 1980, Operation Eagle Claw, a military rescue attempt, ended in catastrophic failure. Mechanical issues and a collision between aircraft in the Iranian desert resulted in the deaths of 8 U.S. servicemen, further demoralizing the American public. The crisis dominated the media, with nightly news broadcasts chronicling the hostages' plight. Americans were glued to their televisions, experiencing the drama in real time. This intense media coverage amplified public anxiety and frustration, severely impacting national morale. Carter's approval ratings plummeted as the Iran hostage crisis dragged on, eroding public confidence in his leadership. The prolonged standoff highlighted his administration's perceived ineffectiveness, paving the way for Ronald Reagan to capitalize on the growing discontent among American voters. Reagan's 1980 election victory was significantly influenced by the ongoing crisis. The American public sought strong, decisive leadership, and Reagan's promises of renewed strength and national pride resonated deeply. The hostages were released just as he took office, underscoring his powerful image. The Algiers Accords, signed on the day of Reagan's inauguration, facilitated the hostages' release and marked the end of the 444-day ordeal. The agreements included unfreezing Iranian assets and pledging non-interference, symbolizing a diplomatic resolution to a tense chapter. The immediate effects of the crisis forced the U.S. to reevaluate its national security policies. The government prioritized counterterrorism measures, intelligence gathering, and military readiness, reflecting a newfound urgency to prevent future incidents and protect American interests abroad. Long-term changes in U.S. foreign policy emerged from the crisis, emphasizing a cautious approach to international relations. The experience underscored the complexities of Middle Eastern politics, leading to more strategic and nuanced engagements with volatile regions, prioritizing stability and security. The Iran hostage crisis left a lasting scar on U.S.-Iran relations, fostering decades of distrust and conflict. Diplomatic ties were severed, and sanctions became a mainstay in U.S. foreign policy towards Iran, influencing geopolitical dynamics in the Middle East. The event underscored the need for heightened national security measures, leading to significant shifts in U.S. policy. Intelligence and military operations were bolstered, emphasizing preparedness for unforeseen crises and reshaping America's approach to foreign adversaries. Economically, the crisis triggered a surge in oil prices, disrupting the global economy. The instability underscored the vulnerability of international markets to geopolitical tensions, prompting nations to reconsider their energy dependencies and economic strategies. Psychologically, the ordeal took a heavy toll on the hostages and their families. The prolonged uncertainty and traumatic experiences left deep emotional scars, highlighting the human cost of international conflicts and the importance of diplomatic resolution. The media's extensive coverage of the crisis marked a shift in how international events were reported. The real-time broadcast of the hostages' plight brought global attention, transforming news consumption and setting a precedent for future crisis reporting. The echoes of the Iran hostage crisis resonate in modern events, from embassy attacks to prolonged detentions abroad. These parallels highlight the persistent volatility in international relations and the enduring need for robust diplomatic strategies to prevent and resolve such conflicts. Engage with more content on U.S. history and politics to understand the complexities of these events. By exploring past crises and their ramifications, we can glean valuable insights into contemporary issues, fostering a more informed and proactive global citizenry.